What's up, guys? I'm back with another video, and I'm gonna keep this one short. So once again, with another intro, let me just move out of the way of these cars, because I decided to literally do this while jogging on the road, and hey, a kid just waved at me. So I'm literally doing this while a whole bunch of cars started congesting. So let's start with my usual intro. My name is Mark, and I am here to take you on a journey. And in today's part of the journey, I spent a lot of the morning reflecting on what I'm finally gonna do next. I've talked about this to myself, and I've talked about this to other people who were close in my life. And the more I do it, the more I share about my life, my experiences, my personal thoughts, and the lessons that I'm learning along the way, the more I am convinced that I'm ready to speak out. The more I am convinced that my voice is one of my greatest assets. Here's the thing. A lot of the things I've talked about recently in my past videos is nothing new. A lot of the things I've been speaking about is info that has been starting to become more and more and more common as more and more people are starting to find it within themselves. Here's the thing though, even though a lot of this information is ancient, even though a lot of this information can be understood purely when you understand more within yourself. Look at me tongue twisting my words again. The more I realize that I am at my best when I speak out with my own voice. Even if a lot of the things I have learned along the way is things I've learned from others, or things I've experienced with others, but most of all, things I've experienced myself. The things that have landed for me the most that I would like to share is based on what I have experienced myself firsthand. So for a long time, since over a year ago, I've had the intention of sharing more and more of my stories and my lessons that I've learned along the way. One of the best ways that so many people have been communicating their own stories, their own lessons, and part of their own journey for others to learn from is through podcasts. And this is why podcasts are becoming more and more and more popular these days. So, if I am to start my own podcast, wouldn't it be me just joining another trend? Wouldn't it be just going with the flow of what is going on because so many other people are doing it? Perhaps. It might be, if I choose to see it that way. But even before I've noticed how many people have been starting their own podcasts and growing them, I have noticed just how powerful it is when I start listening to only one or two of them, with people who have been sharing their own lessons along the way and how it can help those who are listening. And finally, I would like to share some of the most important things that are most relevant to me, to myself, because it helps me document my journey along the way. I'm not a fucking teacher. I'm a student of life. If you choose to be open. If you choose to be open to learn from what's around you, to learn from others, but most of all, learn from yourself, you will be better at choosing what suits best for you. And I naturally enjoy telling stories. I naturally enjoy talking about how I have changed in different steps along the way. Doesn't matter if I've learned this from someone else or from myself. But the most important thing to take away from what I just said here is that whether I learn something from outside of me or from inside of me, the common denominator is me. The common denominator is that I'm the one who is seeing it from a perspective. I've been consuming more and more references along the way over the past 2 years. And it's been bombarding my mind with so many things from so many different directions. Almost to the point that it gets overwhelming. And I have been overwhelmed. There were times I have been overwhelmed. And there are times that I felt like not taking a step into what I like to do because I didn't feel ready. So, despite all the limiting beliefs, despite all the things that have pushed me back, I've decided, you know what? I've decided, just like on what I said in one of my previous videos, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how many other people have done it already. It doesn't matter if I don't have all the knowledge yet. It doesn't matter if I'm still have a lot to learn along the way. I'm gonna say this to you right now. I am nowhere near close to figuring out so many things. There is still plenty that I do not know about myself. And there is still plenty I do not know about different things in life in general. But at least I'm along the way. At least I am open to seeing the steps along the way and documenting for myself where I am going, how I am changing. Because it always starts from within. I've already shared a lot more than I felt the need to in this video right here. The more I do it, the better I will understand what I'm good at, where I will be going with this. If you're interested to take a listen to my first ever podcast episode, check the link in the description below. I'll see you in the next one. Don't stop, keep going, stay awesome.